Hi, good morning. Thank you for the opportunity to be here to speak in front of you. My name is Garry, so I'm based out of Hong Kong. I look after Alibaba Cloud's global financial services solutions practice across the international business. Banker at heart, been in banking for over 12 years. Most recently, I was a CTO of one of the big four Australian banks looking after the China business. Also did a lot of work across APAC as well. Now, today's theme is a bit more about fintech, so I'm going to talk not as much about the cloud infrastructure, but more about where we see the fintech or the broader financial services industry are moving towards. So here's just some numbers, right, just for reference. In the most recent IDC report around fintech and digital banking, you can sort of see as an industry where we're heading, right? So Southeast Asia is in a very, very good position in terms of the digital maturity, right? But of course, right, there are always going to be room for improvement. Now, if we have a think about, so what's going to be the answer, right? Some people will talk about fintech, some people will talk about AI. My belief is it really comes down to what you want to do with it, right? Technology is as good as your business ideas, is as good as your product design, and as good as your the way you wanted to serve your customers, right? So it's interesting, if you're sort of looking into the investment side of things, take a look at what IDC is saying, right? So they are saying that there's a lot more investor attention that are actually looking into the less so-called traditional fintech markets. Southeast Asia, mentioned, Philippines, right? So how do we help? Now, there's always the buzzword, right? AI, Gen AI, however way you want to frame it. We did a bit of research, so no matter which consultancy firm that you're talking to or that you're reading the reports, basically it only talks about three things, right? Productivity. So how do you save money, become more efficient? Marketing. How do you make more money? And then risk management. Right? How do you stop fraud? Right? How do you lend money without losing money? Now, let's take a look at what Digital Garry has to say.
Who here have paid attention to NVIDIA recently? I'm sure most of you have. Here is the NVIDIA State of AI in Financial Services 2023 survey. Executives from financial services industry across the world were asked about the focus areas, where they will use AI in their respective businesses. Some of these are not so surprising, and in fact highly relevant to the rest of this sharing.
Do you think it sounds like me or looks like me? I created that in 5 minutes just by writing what you just heard, right? So this is how you want to bake AI, right, into what you do as a financial service organization. Even if you're a service provider, it doesn't really matter, right? Even as an individual, you need to really think about how you can embed technology. AI may be one of the solutions, but it's definitely not going to be everything. But again, I trust NVIDIA in terms of the surveys that they did with the global CEOs, so it's always very good for you to take a reference here as well. Now, from an Alibaba perspective, AI has never been new to us. Now, just take a look at some numbers, right? And I've highlighted specifically what's related to financial services. 98% of customer services across Alibaba Group is done via so-called AI. We perform 160 billion facial or what we call verification to protect our customers. And we do over 1.4 billion AI-driven translations because we run a global business. We have over 200,000 employees across the group, all powered by Alibaba's technology. Of course, AI plays a big part. We've been heavily investing since 2017, actually, before Gen AI became Gen AI, or before, of course, big thanks to OpenAI as well, who made AI a very popular word now. My marketing colleagues loves it, right? Everyone wants to hear about AI. So my job today is more to make it, how do I make it more real, right? More realistic in the context of Southeast Asia. So fast forward to 2024, this year at our global cloud conference, known as the Apsara conference, our CEO, Eddie Wu, have further confirmed to the market that we will go all in AI, both in the investment with unprecedented intensity and also about the build out of AI, both for our customers and also our global infrastructure. And you can see that actually the way we use AI is this. We've invented our own large language model known as Tongyi, and every business within the Alibaba Group have embedded this, right? So we use our own technology before we actually take it out to the market. So it's all good and well, but we're in financial services. So it's all about risk management. Everything that we do. Every single thing. Now, why is that important? It's because the way we've structured our solution is this, right? Alibaba Cloud serves two purposes for our group. One is, of course, we are the cloud of Alibaba Group. There's no doubt about that. But the second part is actually what's more interesting for the financial services customers is that we commercialize the best of Alibaba to our enterprise customers, no matter it's from logistics, entertainment, media, of course, financial services, so that through working with Alibaba Cloud, you're not only getting the underlying foundational technology, you're getting the technology that helps us to do business with our own financial services customers. So you don't have to explain to us, what's MAS's latest regulatory requirement, Hong Kong MA, BSP in the Philippines, Bank Negara in BNM. We already know that, right? So we don't use you to test out our products. We test it out ourselves before we roll it out. Now, 4 key messages that I want to share today that I think are very important in the context of fintech industry, FSI industry, and Southeast Asia. One is digital onboarding. Now, it's one of my favorite videos, right? So who here thinks that deepfake is far away from us? So let's just take a look here, right? Mother calls the daughter, video call, fantastic. Mom, can you send me some money? She's about to send the money, opens the door, wow, who's there? So she was just having a video call with her. Take a look at the numbers here, right? Just between 2022 and 2023, our own data shows us that there was 10 times more deepfake attacks. And recently, you may have read on the news, right? A Hong Kong-based CFO attended a Zoom meeting with what he thinks was his bosses, telling him to make a $25 million transfer, only to find out it's fake after he sent it out. And these are very real because these are real-life cases that we have seen that's attacking our customers, for example, in Philippines. And what's happening now is the fraudsters are hijacking devices of the mobile and then injecting these fintech attacks. And these are just a very simple demo that we did in replacing a face with a particular celebrity. And this is showing you how easy it is to first create a deepfake attack. Second is to actually use some of our technology to help you defend it during your account opening process. Now, this video here just briefly shows you also how we use AI to run a 24/7 operation to actually attack our own AI engine. So you can see the arms, the 2 robotic arms. So later on, if you have time, you're welcome to come to our booth. You can see it for yourself. And it's basically under every single different light condition, different masks, different materials. Because if you ask yourself, can you do 2 identical selfies? It's near human impossible. But guess what? The machine can probably do it because it's a robotic arm. So we work very closely with one of the largest customers in our Philippines, UBX. So our eKYC platform is embedded into their open finance platform to serve other financial institutions and also government institutions. Now let's move into what we call Super App, right? But then Super App, why does Alibaba Cloud talk about Super App? Is because we're very fortunate that we have been part of the journey to build 2 of the largest Super App in the world. One is, of course, Alipay, financial services. The second one is Taobao Tmall in terms of e-commerce. But if you look at the pathway that it went, both are moving to Super App, but they just sort of started the journey somewhere else, right? Now here is just a video of, of the 3 Super Apps, just as a reference, because I think what are some of the key aspects of Super App? is not really about yourselves building out every single functionality. It is about leveraging what I call platform capabilities such as mini programs. And I've always been advising decision makers around, if you look at how much engineering effort that you've got, you should not be spending time on building things that you're not selling to the market. Integrate, right? There's many different technology providers out there. Yes, Alibaba Cloud does that as well. But I think we're very confident because we've done a lot of it. And if you look at some of the numbers here in terms of top 10 categories of mini programs that runs on the Alipay network, none of it is related to financial services. None. But look at the revenue growth, right? So without even looking at taking a clip of the transaction revenue of the mini programs that runs on Alipay, just to bring volume and traffic to these mini programs, I can make billions in terms of revenue. Because you, as the shopping mall, you're the landlord, right? You can decide where do you place that mini program when it comes to your app. Now, if you're a service provider wanting to join some of this super app, you can also take a look, right? What are some of the opportunities that this brings to you as an organization? But super app, look, you look at some of the apps that you saw there, lots of functionalities put right in front of you. So it's very important for you to be very good at digital engagement and what I call hyper-personalization. There's a way out, right? So you look at the behavior of the user on the mobile, but at the same time, you also look at what they're doing with you in the other channels, right? Whether it's from your transactional systems, whether it's from your CRM, call center, POS, whatever channel, other channels that you've got. Then where does AI come in is, as a marketer, I've been actually talking to a lot of marketing heads, right? Traditionally, marketing technology is always focused on the automation of marketing activities. Automate the sending of SMS, automate the sending of emails. But right now, what we're doing now is helping the marketers to automate the rules generation. May not be perfect at the first time, but it's a bit like Copilot, right? Human is very good at picking out mistakes. But you find it very difficult to go from 0 to 1. So I'm here to help you to go from 0 to 0.5 so that you, as the marketing team, can then finish the rest of the 0.5. Take a look at a reference. So one of the largest local bank in Hong Kong, I can't name them yet because they will be, soon we'll be able to announce it publicly. But basically, a few numbers that take in mind, leverage our KYC to uplift their success rate of account opening from 40% to over 99%. We're very happy to also help them to increase their App Store rating from 1.x to 4.x consistently now across Android and also iOS. And we also recently won the Digital Banker International Best Digital User Experience Award. Of course, there's always the details, but I'm not going to go through that today. Then, of course, the big word, right? Big data, AI. Let's define what AI actually means, right? According to the Oxford Dictionary, artificial means it's created by human. Intelligence means your ability to acquire new knowledge. So don't be scared of AI. Human created it. You decide how AI is used within your organization. But where's the opportunity? It accelerates your knowledge acquisition because, as I mentioned before, creating something is often difficult. But leveraging something that's already available and then take it forward is much more easier, right? So the opportunity of AI is really helping us to overcome the cold start. Now, allow me to have a little bit of marketing. How we've been doing that for some of our customers. We have a way what we think about in terms of model as a service, right? So, as I mentioned before, fraud, prevention, sales and service, risk management, and productivity has been the core scenarios that is driving the adoption of technology and AI. We've got interesting tools that are available. Again, I'm not going to deep dive in that today. What I wanted to share with you, though, is this diagram, because these are the real scenarios that's been landed across different parts of the international market with our customers, starting from the least complex to the most complex. So just take a look, spend maybe 10, 20 seconds, and then this is where it gets very interesting.
We were gold, can the dream that can be so. We were right till we were, build a home.
Okay, so I'm not a coder, right? But thanks to our coding copilot, I was able to feed the documentation of the AI model, and then it created this API interface for me to upload that image and upload that song. Across Alibaba Group and in our group, one of our group ecosystem company, 30% of our code is generated by the AI copilot, of which 10% of that actually goes into production. This is me, thanks to the support of Gcash, one of our key customers. I was able to just help them, right, to change a bit of some of the advertising that happens. Again, with a click of a button, I upload the images, and then it generates, you know, hopefully better looking versions of me, probably younger, right? Last but not least, so digital avatar is also very interesting. Just want to share with you here in one of the demos. So I'm from Hong Kong, right? So it's going to tell you a bit about, okay, looks like there's no sound.
Hong Kong is a vibrant city with a lot to offer, blending its rich history with modern attractions. Here are some of the top places of interest you might want to consider visiting. 1. Victoria Peak. Often
可不再解决困难。我们希望做一个让蓝。Good afternoon to the Gcash team. This is Garry Sien. I hope you have had an engaging day so far, and I'm really sorry that I couldn't be there.
So again, with a click of a button, in less than 30 minutes, you can basically generate a whole series of lifelike digital avatars that can help you to transform the way you are doing customer service, transform the way you do training. So these are some of the training videos that I actually did. And then recently we helped the Hong Kong top 3 bank as well to use large language model to transform the way a corporate banker will actually be trawling through thousands of pages of corporate financial reports to help them to really fast track the way they write a credit proposal. We're gonna, time's up, so I'm gonna quickly wrap up. Today we also welcome different service providers and ISV to work with Alibaba Cloud, especially in the domain of having AI-driven solutions. So these are just some of the logos that we're working with today. I welcome you, if you are interested in working at Alibaba Cloud, to come by our booth. And these are also some of the key references that's been working with us, sort of summarizing what we've done so far. So one of the few digital banks in Malaysia that we're launching soon. Hopefully, you will see them. We'll be announcing to the market. But again, if you look at the topics that we talked about, KYC, big data, security, of course, cloud infrastructure. Last but not least, Gcash is also a very, very important customer for us in the international market. We've been working with them since almost the beginning. So we're very happy that with the use of cloud technology, AI, again, super app framework, KYC, we were able to help them. You know, these are some of the old numbers, right? They must be now close to 90 mil or even 100 mil registered users, over 10x transactions. So last marketing page. Today I wasn't able to share with you everything that we can do for you, but 3 numbers that I want you to take away. We have 5 core capabilities that are mapped to what you do as an organization, whether you're in the digital team, whether you're the development team, whether you're in the AI team, infra team, or even the security team. That covers more than 20 business scenarios, and we have more than 70 financial grade products to help you and your organization to serve your customers even better. So I will close here. Hopefully we can be your partner moving forward with some of these different organizations. And this is our latest announcement in the 2024 Digital Financial Transformation White Paper. So thank you very much and have a great afternoon ahead.